Hello, everybody. This is Austin Taylor. I'm a master's student at the University of Utah. Today, I'll be giving my APBP student lightning talk about engaging elected officials and city staff through active transportation experiences. I'll be giving this talk from the perspective of an advocate, because in my free time, I'm the executive director of Bike Walk Provo, a nonprofit advocacy group in Provo, Utah. In February 2021, the urbanist corners of the internet rejoiced as we saw the Secretary of Transportation of the United States ride his bicycle from work to home. Not every community has elected officials who walk and bike like this. In fact, very few do. And that was the case in Provo for a long time. This is why we have designed walking tours and biking tours to take elected officials and staff on. Our walking tour and biking tour each showcase some of the best places to walk and bike in the city and some of the worst, to show people what it's like to get around without a car. We have taken numerous people on these tours. Starting from the top, we've taken federal elected officials on the tour. Pictured here is John Curtis holding the map of the bike routes. He used to be the mayor of Provo. When we took him on this tour, it was a celebration for him as he pushed for many of the bike infrastructure pieces that we showcased on the tour. But we also pressured him to do more. We asked him to support the federal e-bike subsidy act. We also asked him to join the Congressional Bike Caucus, which he did just a week later, and he continues to support active transportation in Washington, D.C. We've taken state elected officials on this tour because these are the people who decide how to allocate state transportation funding. We've taken city elected officials on the tour. Pictured are members from our city's Planning Commission, City Council, and Transportation Mobility Advisory Committee. These are the decision makers who decide how our streets and how our cities are designed, and it's crucial that they experience the city by bike and by foot. We've taken council candidates, mayoral candidates on these rides to show them new areas of the city that they haven't seen and help them experience what it's like to get around on bike and foot. We often take city staff members on these tours, and these two engineers pictured are some of Provo City's best engineers who ride their bicycles to work every single day and do a great job at improving the city for walking and biking. We take neighboring advocacy groups on tours to show some of the successes that we've had in Provo and help encourage them to do similar things in their community. This is a tour that we had with the Orem Bicycle Coalition, a more suburban city next door to Provo. We take university students on the tour. Provo is home to Brigham Young University, a private university with over 30,000 students. We partnered with the engineering program and the city planning program to make our walking and biking tours an assignment for the students. And so they walk around and they watch our YouTube video explanations about each stop so they can learn good design principles as they go out into the world and design our streets and cities so they know how to do it right for walking and biking. And then lastly, Bike Walk Provo likes to take everybody on our walking and biking tours. This is a photo of our citywide biking tour during Bike Month in May of 2021 this year. We showed people some of the best routes that they could take in the city so they didn't have to go on dangerous streets. And we've had success from these tours. Pictured here are 3 improvements to our city's 300 West neighborhood bikeway. All of these things came from one tour that we had with 2 city engineers where we pointed out small improvements they could make to make it easier for people to get around on this route. And so lastly, to sum it all up, it's important to do this because city staff members often don't live in the communities that they work. And so it's important for them to get out and experience the city. And city staff members and elected officials often don't bike in their city. It's important as well to build relationships with these staff members and elected officials so that we can continue the dialogue and continue the progress in our cities. So I invite you to do the same thing in your city. Design a walking tour and biking tour and take these key decision makers out so that together you can build a better city. Thank you.